I can't hear you, brother.
How about now? Check.
Yep.
All right, perfect. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Pre-Market Prep. Happy Friday. Wishing that you guys are having an amazing morning and that you guys had an amazing day yesterday. Norm, I know you did. So pictures of you and your son sledding down in Texas. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
It's very rare, but every once in a while. So took advantage of that.
Absolutely, man. So glad to see that and see you guys having fun. Looks amazing. If you're not, guys, follow Norm on Twitter at NormBBT. It's his handle. So with that said, guys, a
Watch
quick
out for the
look.
scammers.
Oh yeah, guys. On a serious note, there's just and you might be thinking, who gets caught on this? People do get caught. We have heard stories. I have personal friends that have got caught on scams and stuff like that. So just be careful. Nobody at BBT is ever going to ask you to send money so we can get you back X amount of returns.
Yeah.
Not at BBT and just in general. And if it's
Nobody's going
too
to
good to
ask you
be
for money
true,
over Twitter.
oh, jeez. If it's too good to be true, it probably is, and we will never do that, right? And I don't think any other companies out there will be doing stuff like that, right? So just be
Yeah.
very, very careful. Um, with that said, let's talk about the SPY before we get into things. We're getting some good volume right now, Norm. Is anything happening at the
Yeah,
moment?
absolutely. We just had jobs numbers come out for January. They were way more than expected. I think 150,000 was the consensus number, and it came in around 450. So a lot more than expected, which, on the surface is like, hey, more people going to work, good for the economy. Exactly. That's the problem. Lend the Fed to tightening more potentially. So causing the easy money to go away and the market to drop. The other thing you got to keep in consideration, we'll get into these tickers in a second. Amazon is a major component of these indices that we watch, S&P 500 and the Qs. And I can't remember which one's which as far as percentages, but it's like well, let me look at my notes. If I look at my notes, I can actually tell you the numbers. Amazon is 6.5% of the QQQ and almost 4% of the S&P 500. So they're gapping up 12%. Massive move for them, and was a huge percentage of what was causing those two to be green. So rug pull on that when that number came out, and yeah, you there?
Oh, sorry, I was on mute. I'm saying we're seeing the effects of that now with the SPY dropping
Yeah.
here quite a bit. So uh, I got to say, it has not been a dull week at all. It has been very interesting. A lot happening. Earnings last night were very exciting as well. Snap. We had pins. A couple of things out there that were pretty interesting. Today on our gappers list, guys, we have a couple of stuff in the green. Not a whole lot of stuff on the gappers list compared to what we saw the last this whole week.
It'll
This whole
it'll
week.
grow. It'll
Well, yeah,
grow now
now,
that this has
yeah,
happened.
yeah, I agree. Now with this dropping
Yeah.
there, is definitely going to grow. But yeah, this is a little bit lighter list, which is nice at times because man, we had a lot to choose from and to be picky and get creative. So we'll get into these in just a sec here and see what's gapping up and down.
So Eugene mentioned something here that I wanted to bring up earlier when I was talking about the S&P and the reports. The employment rate, despite there being way more people going to getting jobs than anticipated, the unemployment actually went up, ticked up a tenth. That's a good thing because that means more people are trying to get jobs, which, if we can stick with that whole theme, uh, means maybe we won't have this work shortage problem. So
Right, right. Yeah. With you there, my friend. Guys, let's get into it. Let's see what we have. Actually, let's take a quick look at what we had yesterday. And a few of the things that we want to keep an eye on is obviously a Facebook Meta here. This thing had a huge drop. I obviously got down yesterday. Look at the drop yesterday that you got here and the kind of bounce back type play there. We had Snap on our list as well, which again, if you take out the look at the chart on Snap. If you take out the after hours,
ridiculous.
it trended down nicely here. It's gapped up huge this morning. We're up 40% almost on this thing. So that will be in play for sure. We had PayPal, a little bit of a downturn there as well. Nvidia and other tech companies, they traded well, but we didn't see some crazy continuation out of these guys yesterday. AMD, man, AMD, tough open here, struggled to get out of here, and then just look at this breakout. This was real nice. And it's funny because AMD did this on its own. If you look at other tech companies that were not moving like this, only AMD was, and that was nice. They got a good opportunity, and then obviously it just fell apart here a little bit and came back down. So some pretty good stuff there yesterday. Let's take a look at what we have this morning. Off the bat, we know, oh, I did that the old school way by deleting all the rows. Let's bring back our rows here. And let's go ahead and add not AMD, excuse me. Which we'll probably look at AMD. Who knows? We'll add Snap and we'll add Pins right off the bat because we know these two. Again, earnings last night and this morning. If we look at both of them, good volume, and Snap is up 40%. I mean, it was up even higher at 38. Just madness. So we'll see what's
Look
going
at
on
the
there.
daily on that, man.
Yeah, it's
It
insane.
was up
Yeah.
here, it dropped. Can you imagine, like, if you'd bought this the day before and then you sold it yesterday and then the next day it's right back up?
Yeah. It's just it's insane, man. It's insane. A little bit of some weaknesses. This pre-market has not shown any
Yeah,
strength
yeah,
at
for
all.
sure.
So let's see. It's going to be interesting. Pins also earnings last night as well. As you can see, they're up 6.5. Was up even higher, same as a Snap. But again, giving showing some weakness, giving some back. I'm sure with the numbers out and with the overall spies doing, it's not helping their costs right now. So Gappers list this morning, we have Snap. We have a Bill, BILL this morning. This one is up 21%. I'm not a big fan of the pre-market right now. Very light on volume. And overall, if you look at their daily, also seems to be a very lightly traded stock, right? 2.9 seems to be like the average high end. That's the high end of this stock. So as far as volume, I don't like that too much. What is this? Low flow, 95 million shares holds. Bill.com Holdings. Yeah, I think today we'll find something better for sure. Here's you. This is Unity Software. They're looking very thin as well. I'm gonna skip on that. Amazon, obviously in play. They crushed it yesterday, guys. I don't trade Amazon, but if you do, this is the mortgage stock right here, right? 300 to $3,000 stock. But yeah, this thing just crushed it yesterday. So they're doing very well. SLI, we saw this on our list yesterday, and I did not add it. I took it off. I'm not a fan of stocks like this one. If we look at the pre-market, we had a active pre-market yesterday. This the bell, it's okay. Without looking at the price action, you can't really tell. Looks a little light on volume on the 5 minute for the most part, but I'm just hoping today we're gonna have some big names to look at this morning. Pins we have on deck. Twitter. When is Twitter reporting? Twitter reports, did they come out yet? No, they'll be on the 10th. So that'll be next week. Right? The 10th of fall next week, I think. So we'll see what
Okay.
happens there. Pretty much sympathy move on Twitter right now. They're up 4%, 263,000. I don't see a whole lot going on as far as volume. You could see yesterday here the move alongside with Snap and Pins yesterday, of course. So I'm not a big fan of it right now. I'm not going to add it to my list just yet. Heading down to Mara, Bitcoin showing some love here. Bitcoin Mara is up 2.8, 135,000. Again, I have not been watching these guys. They just have not been trading well. And if you look at the daily from yesterday and prior days, you'll see that it's just not a whole lot of fun stuff happening there. We definitely have better moving type stock. What is this? VNDA. Did they confuse us for Nvidia or something? What
it's a
happened here?
bu-
Did somebody fat finger
it's a
Nvidia?
it's a biotech that had a phase 3 trial results out.
Okay. They're down 21%. Doesn't look great, guys.
No.
Again, just be careful with this one. Um, all right, you just might be stuck here. The spread is not good. None of that's happening there. All right, let's take a look at our Norm. Do you have anything you like this morning before we go to the chat?
Got a couple. RC. No, never mind on that.
Mm,
You've looked at the other. Facebook after yesterday should be in play
of
again
course.
today.
Of course. Yeah. FB will add that right on here. Again, already has 1 million shares traded. I mean, biggest what was it the biggest company loss as far as market cap, right? yesterday in their history,
Yeah.
and number
Yeah.
one
In history.
overall in history.
Hmm.
Right. So I think I read something that second place is was it Amazon? I think it was Amazon was coming in second place or something like that. Or no, I'm sorry, Apple. I think it was Apple. Either way, definitely play today, guys. We'll keep this on deck. What is Apple doing, by the way? Speaking of.
Guys, we can see Carlos's screen fine. If you're having an issue, please refresh the room. There's no reason to use all caps either.
Yep, yep. Screen. I'm showing everything green on this side, so refresh. Yep. Apple, Apple looks interesting, man. We're seeing some weakness now. This can follow the market. It's got good volume, 1.2. I'm definitely gonna add it to our list. I know it had a couple of really choppy days in here, but the daily looks nice here for a possible drop if that is what we're going to be doing today. Ford coming up on our gapping down list. Man, Ford is losing a lot of love here. Is the fun over for these guys? What's going on? They're below 20. They held 20 for a very long time. Why is this thing doing that? Let me change that. There we go.
They had
It,
earnings last night. They're getting hit on
yeah,
that. The run that they've been on recently, I don't know. I don't know what'll happen from here, but yeah, definitely in
yeah.
play.
The fact that
Not my
they're
favorite. I still won't trade it.
Yeah, 2.8 million. So they got some volume, but again, I like this for the breakouts. Who knows how they'll trade today? But we'll put it on here. So I know a lot of you guys will be watching this one, so we'll get some levels and have it ready to go here. All right, so that's our gappers list up and down. That's gonna grow very quickly, as Norm said, because as you see, the SPY is moving with heavy volume. So it's just a matter of time. The SPY drops a little more. There's gonna be tons of stocks popping up here. Let's take a look at our chat this morning, starting with what do we have here? Bad earnings on Ford. Yep. So we have four on the list. That's good.
They don't have.
Uh,
They can't make anything. They haven't. There's no inventory.
yeah, yeah.
There's no chips. So
No shortage of chips is killing everyone. All right. So no tickers on the
hmm?
no tickers on our chat this morning. CLX. What is that? CLX.
Clorox.
CLX. No. Oh
No,
yeah, yeah. This trade's horrible, guys. It's
don't
down
trade.
huge, fourteen
Don't day
percent.
trade Clorox.
Yeah, does not trade well at all, guys. So, heading down NVAX, I'm not a big fan of.
KSS. They just had
KSS.
news that came out. I didn't catch exactly what it was, but I heard they were moving on it.
All right, KSS right here, guys. Let's see what we got going on. Down 2.2 right now. We'll give it a little bit of time to develop here. We'll add it to our secondary list for now. AMD. AMD, yeah, very similar to Apple. But AMD has been trading well. I'll add it right here at the bottom as well. I'll keep one of those, either Apple or AMD. Apple today looks good though. It looks like it might be putting in a good pre-market activity. Hopefully that can translate to some good trading today. OXM or you mean XOM? You don't mean OXM. No, you don't mean that. You mean XOM, I think. And even
Mm,
this one is not looking that great. But to get all fairness, you have to wait for this one to start for the bell, right? Because depending on the overall
yeah.
oil is and how that market is moving, you got to wait for it. So I just if you want to watch that, you can. Oxy's another good one as well, but you got to wait for the bell. It's not showing a whole lot right now. I'm not sure aware if there's any news at the moment on it. Just give it a little bit if you want to watch that one. Bank of America here, we're getting a little pop, almost 1% up this morning. Any news? Bank of America has been moving more recently. Okay. Yep, I see that, but we need to have some kind of news, right, on this, for it to be a good one for us, or else they can be very very spotty. PayPal, yeah, I think PayPal. It's gonna be interesting on PayPal. I mean, they dropped down here pretty hard, and they've been having some continuation towards the downside on both days. So usually companies hang out here for a little bit before they decide what they're gonna do next. This one has not been that fortunate, and they're down slightly again after another red day yesterday. So yeah, PayPal could be a good one. We'll put it as a possible for now. We'll put that on there. Nvidia, yeah, I think today, if you look at Nvidia, you look at Apple and AMD, they're all very, very similar. So, pick your favorite one. Nvidia has been trading well, but if you look at Apple, look at AMD, look at Nvidia, they're very
Yeah.
similar. And then just go ahead and look at the SPY, and you can overlap those charts very, very easily. So just pick your favorite one. There's no news on any of these that I'm aware of individual news. So pick your favorite one for now, and we'll see which one is going to stick out there. Let's take a look at our YouTube chat this morning, guys. We have Microsoft from Grant. Grant is giving us Microsoft here, and pretty flat right now. They are moving with the SPY, obviously, just with less volume. So when you look at an Apple, when you look at an AMD, for me, I like those better, and also Nvidia. So, but this will move with the overall market right today as well. US oil. Yep.
It's ETO.
Same thing here, guys. I mean, we'll have to wait for the market open really to see what's happening there, how that's going to move. They're up nice at 2% this morning. Uh, this one is tough to trade though. Even if things are trending to day trade, this is not a great one. I think you have other ones out there that could be a little bit more manageable as far as intraday trading. PayPal we have on deck, Scott. So thank you very much. Think and Grow, thank you as well. Ford, yeah, Ford we have on here. I mean, it has a good pre-market action, 3.1 million shares traded. So that's a little bit on the high end as far as volume. So after earnings last night, so we'll see how that goes today. I think that's a good one. Tesla, what are the EVs doing? Not a whole lot. I don't think it's really in play. Just following the market, right? You got the drop here, and now you got the little bounce the market is giving you. So I don't see anything that looks good there right now. Bank of America, we looked at, guys. It's moving. Live volume, it is moving, right? It's up 1.1. A lot of you guys are throwing this one out. We'll put it on here so you guys see it. We'll come back to it. It is moving. Now, how about West Fargo? Is this a news on their own or just all banking stocks, right? So all finance is kind
Yeah.
of pushing higher here. All right, no, we'll take a look at that. We'll take a look at that. I prefer West Fargo over Bank of America at times, so I'm going to add that one just there. All right, so we'll cover over on YouTube. Went through all of that there. Oxy is a good one. Yeah, we'll put Oxy here. I do like Oxy. If that is going to move, we'll put Oxy on there. Neo has volume. They usually do. Just how great is this volume this morning? 943,000. Yeah, pretty much flat right now, though. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how this turns out. This could be a go for scanners on Neo. Wait for the volume to come in on that. All right, excellent, guys. I think we are pretty much set. Gappers list is not hasn't grown too much yet. I see XBEF coming up here. Got some volume 264, but not really doing anything fun at the moment. So we'll skip on that one. Block Tempo, long time viewer over on YouTube. SQ here is, I like the daily on SQ though. We're sitting right at this level of support, right? We dropped down, we gapped down yesterday, we sold off. We have not been having fun on our block here. Might be worth watching block today. Gonna put as a possible. We'll come back to that one. Is Coast doing anything yet? Nope, not yet. Needs volume. Needs more volume here. So, all right, guys, we're all set. Let's go to community events and announcements. Not a bad start for a Friday. The list could be better, but we got a couple of names in here that look all right. So, let's go ahead and bring our webinars that are coming up.
Just a reminder that we've got onboarding every Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. And then tech is immediately following that at 8 p.m. Next Monday, you've got Mike talking about creating a business plan to assess your trading journey. And the following week is Kyle with automated risk hotkeys. Jared's Fundamentals of Risk Management is posted next week as ABCT Patterns with Eamon. That's Tuesday, 5 p.m. Eastern. Note the special time there. Dr. Reed's posted as well. And then next week, we've got CRADA, 5 p.m. Eastern, part of our Mental Edge series, part 2. Thursdays is for mentoring. That's 11 a.m. with Andrew, 4:30 p.m. with Ed, and 8 p.m. with Thor. And stocktradingsimulator.com. If you go there, you can use our free web-based replay simulator. You don't have to download any software. You can sign up for email homework assignments if you like. Down in the bottom right-hand corner, we don't sell that list or spam you. If you're watching on YouTube, haven't been in the chat, you can give the chat room a try. Just go to bearbulltraders.com, scroll about halfway down the page, click the Test Drive Now button, and sign up. Use the promo code premarket24 to get a discount. It is not recurring. It only bills you once, after which it cancels. And then if you'd like to become an elite member, you can use the promo code LOVERS50 Get 50% off the annual elite membership and access to all of the webinars I was just describing.
All right, excellent. Thank you, Norm, for that. Guys, let's get to it. Let's get to our list here. We have Snap with some just crazy volume, guys. Here, 11 million shares traded right now. Getting a little bit of a bounce here off 34. Again, this thing has dropped $4 from the pre-market highs today. So we'll see if they're looking to get a bounce in here. So that's looking good. Let's get rid of some levels here. Put some new ones in just a sec. We have pins here. Pins is good as well. Definitely in play. We'll see. It can be choppy at times, so be very careful on this one. Snap can trade much better, but both of them are definitely in play after earnings last night. Here's Meta. We'll call this Meta today. This one is, will be interesting to see what we're going to do here. At the end of the day, I mean, Artie was talking about this yesterday in chat. Although they have less viewers and viewership, whatever, they still have some amount of viewers that it's going to be worth something. It's just what is that worth going to be, and where is this thing going to find some support, right? So we have this on here. Some of the levels we have here from yesterday are still pretty good, especially towards the top side because we didn't move up. Towards the bottom, we'll check if there's anything else we need to add, but it looks like we might be set towards the bottom as well on this one. Here's Apple, 1.4 million, just following the overall market alongside AMD, alongside NVIDIA, right? So all three of these tech companies that I like this morning are doing the same thing. I'm going to keep just maybe one or two. I'm definitely going to keep Apple because Apple looks very clean today, and also their daily. If you look at their Apple's daily, it looks probably the cleanest one out of the three. This one looks very clean. So we'll keep Apple. I'm going to put in AMD as a top possible, of course. So if tech is moving, if the Qs are moving and Apple's not looking too good, and AMD like it did yesterday, AMD yesterday did its own thing and it looked very good. We can look at AMD, NVIDIA. I'm gonna move down as well. But again, I think those are other alternatives to tech companies you can watch today, depending how the Qs are going to be moving. So you can see the Qs here, pretty similar to the SPY right now, just the overall market doing the same dance at the moment. All right, so that covers that. And then we have Ford. They had earnings last night. Big drop for them, down 7%, losing this nice area of consolidation and support that they had down here. So if you look at that right there, you have, what's this, 1950 or so? Yeah, 1925. They had a nice consolidation here for a month or two. Then they had the nice run up, right? So we'll see. We're losing that level there. Let's see if they're going to find some kind of support here. They have in the past, right? In the past, right here, they found support there, shot back up. Pretty close, not quite, but well, a little bit below both of these dates here. So not looking good in that sense, trying to hold here, but we'll see. All right. So in the secondary, Nvidia is good, AMD is good, Block is good here. Coase is wait to see what Coase is going to do here. Not good right now. We might drop that one off. PayPal, pretty much similar to the SPY. I have Bank of America, West Fargo. We'll come back to those. I know someone mentioned JP Morgan too, which also trades decent as well. If the banking stocks are going to be in play, all looking the same. This little stack over here of Bank of America, West Fargo, Oxy, and JP Morgan, we will come back to those later and see how that's doing. Maybe we move one of these up if they're doing well. For the most part, we got a pretty good list. Here is our primary list: Snap, Pins, Facebook, Apple, and Ford. I think we can afford to put one more up here. We might be able to afford to put one more up here. Maybe PayPal. Yeah, maybe PayPal. Yes. And I'm choosing PayPal for me because again, I'm interested on the daily here. Are we going to? I know it's following the market right now, but once things settle down, especially around that either in 10:30, 11 time frame, what is PayPal going to do here? That's going to be interesting. After such a big gap down that they had the last on Thursday. So, no, not Thursday. That was Wednesday. So we'll see. Okay, perfect. Let's do levels, guys. Starting with Snap here right now, towards the bottom, you have some highs and lows of the last two trading days. So that is doing a good job there. High of the pre-market right now, as high as 38. Again, we got almost a $4 drop there, just in the pre-market alone, getting a little bit of a bounce below the highs from these 2 days here, right? So these 2 days showing good resistance, was almost support, not quite support, is a little bit higher. But again, remember, the guys, these levels are in area. We did get a low out of 33.80, so we'll slam a level there. But again, this one here seems to be where a lot more action has taken place, right? This low high from 2 days ago, right on there. Towards the top, I am going to mark down this area here. Again, it's just an area. 36 is a whole dollar number. Not as much weight as some of these other levels that got a lot of touches, but just a midpoint there. You can see in the pre-market, it's close to a whole dollar as well. So you're going to have some action there too. But you also have a couple of days that are flirting with that in the past year. So I definitely want to keep that on deck. Towards the bottom, you have low of 2 days ago, 32, and then all the way down here. Obviously, it's such a clean level. I'm going to mark it down, but I don't expect to get down. There's 28.19. I don't think you'll get down there today, especially after having good earnings. Yes, we're dropping here a little bit, and probably the overall market is helping with that, but I don't think you're going to just start collapsing unless something really, really goes wrong with the SPY in the market today. 25 is, one second, guys. Let me do this here. 25.63 is low of the pre-market there. High of the pre-market, we're looking at 29.76. So you got these two main levels here on pins here and down here as well, 27. Let's see if we can get back into that range. We're losing that range right now, flirting with 25.63. And we're kind of stuck between the highs and lows of the last two trading days. So we'll see where that's going to go today. Also in play, guys, good volume this morning after earnings yesterday. Man, here is Meta. Meta is dropping a little bit. Is that I want to know if that's SPY movement or is that Meta movement? It could be SPY movement because SPY looks like it wants to go back and test the lows here. But yeah, man, just not having fun today. The levels we have here: 248. If you missed it yesterday, 262, 276, and 297. We went back here some time to get those levels. And then towards the bottom, we have 229. Did we add anything else? No, I think we just have 229 towards the bottom for now. We can always go back and add more if we do get down there, which would be another story on its own. Here is Apple, guys. Oops, go back up. Apple 1.5 million shares traded right now. I like the daily. Towards the top, plenty of stuff happening here. I don't think you need to add any more. Your cover, previous day close, highs and lows from the last two trading days. You're all set there. Low of the pre-market right now. Let's see, is it worth adding? Yeah, it's worth adding because I see some touches here. 170. You got a couple of stuff happening around here, especially here and right here, of course. So worth adding that 170.59. I know that's not going to be that not the low of the pre-market. It looks like this thing wants to go lower. But we'll keep that on there. We'll see how that turns out. If this thing were to drop, levels towards the bottom here, clearly this 158 is big level there for Apple. Another one here at 163. You got the ping pong action here. Oops, let's get that fixed. We got the ping pong action happening right here between 158 and 163.40. In between here, as far as great levels, I don't see anything. But the whole dollar number is 168 is going to be something, right? That's going to be something there. In here, maybe 165. We got a couple of days opening, closing right around here and here. Not a huge level, not a 163, not a 158, but it's okay. It's a minor level of support resistance you can put on your list. All right, Apple heading lower here this morning. Here is Ford. Losing a lot of ground. Ford was trading at $25. Before that, hanging out at around 20. I'm going to mark this great level here, this 1923. That is a major area of support there. We saw that all through November. The entire November, we just hung out here. We didn't do anything. We just hung out. This is typical Facebook. I mean, not Facebook, Ford stuff. Just hanging out there. Then eventually volume came in nicely here. Beautiful breakout. Got some really nice trading in here. And then we were just back down here. So we'll see where things are going to go there. Low of the pre-market right now, well, a little bit higher, 118.48. The reason I'm marking this one is because we got some areas of support slightly over here as well. Let's see if that's going to hold. If we're to continue to drop here on a Ford, there's not great levels in here. You don't have a lot to go by in this area, right? This is pretty thin as far as putting levels. But this one here is 1667. That's pretty good because you tested it twice, resistance, you got some support. In here, you don't have much to go by. You can just look at the whole dial number 18 and 17 if you like, but there's not a whole lot to go by there. You might have to go to the left here and see if you can find something. But again, it's just not a lot of information to go on. Let's look at PayPal this morning. PayPal's daily, as I mentioned before, looks really good. Towards the top, guys, you got plenty highs and lows from the last two trading days, from 140 all the way down to 125. Tons of levels in here already. You can mark down the high of the pre-market, which is all the way up here at 126. We can mark that there, 126.90. Let's see towards the bottom. What do we have here? Let's go to the left. We have not been down here in quite some time. 2020. And right in here looks like maybe May. Yeah, May, April. Good level right here, 115.21. That's a nice one. Tons of resistance. Man, why does this thing keeps changing? I gotta fix that. Tons of resistance, tons of support happening there. And right up here, you do have another one right over here, 119.68. So 119.68, also another decent level off the daily on PayPal, going way, way back. So we'll see. PayPal again, just getting crushed here, man, big time. Looking forward to see how that's gonna look after the bell. All right, guys, we are all set as far as levels. We'll wait for our moderators lineup to come in here this morning. We'll look at what they're watching. And, guys, if you haven't done so already on YouTube, please hit that thumbs up. We appreciate it very, very, very much. It does help out the channel a whole bunch here. Um, I just noticed it's trading lower price, but it appears as though it's a good point of support. Small ATR. Then which one are you talking about, Jason? I might have missed the ticker there. PLTR. There you are. PLTR. The next sentence had it. PLTR. Yeah. PLTR. You know what? Daily looks interesting, man. Daily does look interesting. You got a couple of stocks that look like this have not been having fun, are finding support near this area here. Volume is a little bit lighter than usually a PLTR has, but you know what? That's might be worth watching today. Let's remove some levels. I'm gonna add down here 1178 towards the top. You got plenty. I would love to see this go towards the bottom, right? I would love to get a possible short play here. I think that's where more opportunity will be. If it comes towards the top, it might get stuck into some chop here. It's a lot of resistance coming up here. Towards the bottom, you don't have a whole lot to hang on to. So we'll see. We'll see. This could be interesting. We'll put it as a possible, and maybe we'll move it up on our list if we can find some space for it here after we go through that. All right, I see moderators lineup coming in. Very nice. We'll take a couple of more minutes for that, and then we'll take a look at that. Microsoft getting crushed this morning. Are they? I thought they were pretty quiet. Oh yeah, it started to drop here. So yeah, it started to drop right now. So down 1.1. How about yeah? But if you look at Apple, right? If you look at Apple, if you look at AMD, they're all doing the same thing, man. It's all this
Everything
buy
got
movement.
nailed when that jobs report
Yeah,
came out.
yeah. So this is overall market. Again, this is why you can pick your favorite stocks today, guys. I mean, put it this way: you have stocks like Snap and Pins, which probably would have be a lot up a lot higher if it wasn't for that information, right? So we'll have to see. Oh man, this meta thing is just look at this. This is getting destroyed here. Yeah, it's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a real good day, guys. It's gonna be a great Friday. All right, let's take a look at our moderators lineup this morning. We'll see what we got going on here. Guys, as I'm doing this over on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. We appreciate it very, very much. We're sitting at 119 likes. We'd love to be at 250, 300. We did hit 250 yesterday, so thank you for that. I appreciate it very, very much. Let me stop the video here so it doesn't give you the mirror effect. And I'll bring this over. All right, perfect. Here we go. Let me sure I didn't miss anyone. No, we are good. Starting with Tiffany today, she has Facebook, Ford, Tesla, and Bank of America. Couple IPOs opening up for you. No SPACs this morning. Thank you, Peter. And Peter's list: AMD, Snap, Apple, and a secondary list: Pins, Ford, and RCL. RCL is that Royal Cruise Line? They have earnings.
No.
That's not
Yes,
Royal.
it is. Yeah, it
Oh,
is. Royal Caribbean. Yeah, they had
yeah.
earnings this morning. It was one I was going to call out earlier, but it looks terrible in the pre-market.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's causing CCL to pop up on our
Oh, all right.
gappers list.
We'll look at that next year. After we're done with this, Megan, you're looking at Ford, PayPal, and Spotify. Dima's looking at Snap, Pins, Facebook, and Apple. Thor watching the tech sector and scanners. Susan, you're looking at Facebook, Apple. Secondary list AMD and Nvidia. So all tech, almost all tech for you there. Mike, you're looking at Facebook and Apple. And Jerry's looking at a couple of things here in the queue, so you can read that note there. And then his watch list: Facebook, Snap, and Ford this morning. So, all right, cool. I think we're all set. I think this is going to be definitely a great way to end the week. It looks like not for the market as the things are dropping, but for us day traders, creating some good volatility here on some of the stocks that we're watching. So, Norm, anything on this list that you have an eye on?
Snap, you can't avoid that. That's
Mm-hmm.
definitely in play, along with the other
Yep.
social media stuff.
Yep. Yep. Is Twitter getting involved in any action? Not really. Light volume for now. All right, guys, we're all set. We got a couple of minutes we can hang out, and if you guys have any questions, any tickers that maybe we didn't look at that has a catalyst that look somewhat better than what we have here. I mean, our list is not great, but we have some good ones. Snap, pins. I'm concerned with pins at the market open. We'll see. Facebook or Meta, however you want to call this one, is good. And all tech right now. I have Apple here. You pick your favorite one, guys. Nvidia, AMD. I think what Susan is watching all of these. Susan is just watching every tech company she can possibly get her hands on. So yeah, so you know you could have choices today. That's for
We
sure.
got time. Somebody's calling out SoFi. Daniel's calling out SoFi over on YouTube. I don't like
So
trading this
far.
one, but I know it's been in the list a lot recently.
Yeah, yeah, it has been in the list. You know, what I noticed on SoFi is that the days that it trades well, it just seems that way. And again, I don't watch it every day. The days that it trades very well are days that there's a lot more other stuff trading very well. So it's not one that I keep on my main list. I had it on a possible list a couple of times, but I don't really watch it because AMD, Nvidia, they're taking over all the action here. You know, so they're
Yeah.
the elephant in the room. So it trades well, guys. I seen some good trading out of it. Even I went back and looked. Okay, this did very well today. I didn't have it on my list, but look what else I had on my list that did so well, right? So that's my take on it. It's just it doesn't make the cut because usually we have something that's trading better at that time. Amazon, yes, AK Amazon is in play. The only reason I don't have it here because remember, guys, this is also my personal list of trading, right? So this is what I like to trade and what I'm going to trade. So Amazon is in play. You can add it to your list if you do like trading Amazon. Uh,
Take 10 shares or 20 shares or whatever it is you want to trade.
you will definitely save on commissions on this one for sure. But yeah, it's funky. It is tradable. I know that. I've seen Peter trade this as well in the room in the
I
past.
remember Peter. I will never forget Peter
He
trading
took
this.
like 10 trades,
He
10
took
shares.
five shares and he partialed each share, I believe.
Yes, he did. That was a whole lot of fun. Um, but yeah. So and also what happens is at this price target, the price action tends to be a little bit different, than it is at 180, $200 stock, right? So that's the thing too. Maybe it's all mental. It probably is. But you got to do what you're comfortable with. I'm just not comfortable taking 10 shares of this stock, even if it's all amounts to the same type of move, right? Because it's all relative, right? The stock
It was
moves
awesome. If you
$50.
go back to the market close yesterday and look at the 5 minute on Amazon, it
Yeah,
moved
yeah,
like $500 on one five
yeah,
minute candle.
yeah. 10 shares there would have been nice.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh man, so yeah, so it's relative, guys. So yeah, if you like Amazon, definitely in play today. Up 11%, just crushing it. Where well, a lot of other things are down and in the red. What about Neo? I didn't see anything good on Neo.
No gap, nothing special.
Yeah, nothing special on it. I mean, they're pushing volume around, but nothing special
Tell
on
you
it
the
this morning.
China problem is a big deal right now. So,
Yeah.
EVs in play, and this problem's developed and gotten worse and worse with China.
Hmm.
Um, it's even on a day when EVs are strong, you still got headwinds because of that in my mind, and you'll see Neo trade differently. So a Tesla or a Lucid, um, a lot of times are trading these days better than Neo or
Yes,
XBEV because of that.
I agree. I agree 100%. Lucy has
Well,
been a
so
better trader
yeah,
at
go ahead, man.
times. No,
Andrew's
Lucy has been
asking
a
if
better
I can
trader. Yeah.
elaborate.
Hmm.
Elaborate? You mean elaborate on what I just said, the China problem? I'm guessing that's what he's talking about.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, there's talk about delisting. There's talk of there's people have issues with some of the ethical things going on in China, and talking about pulling it, and China threatening Taiwan. All those things together cause geopolitical risk and potential that the countries, the U.S. and China, will have some kind of a negative situation, and stocks get pulled from the U.S. markets or anything like that. So that's the biggest thing.
Yeah. Yeah. and you don't want to be stuck in that type of situation, man.
No,
We've seen
it's been
stocks
an
get
ongoing deal.
halted. Yeah, yeah,
It's been several years that it's gone on, and it's become more and more fevered pitch on it, you've got a lot of I've seen a lot of big investors interviewed recently that say China's untouchable now.
right, right.
So
And
if you don't
that's a big
have
part of the
people willing to
volume.
buy it because of that,
Right,
then you've got issues trading the stock.
right, right. And remember, guys, we're just a small piece of the pie here, us day traders. There's a lot of stuff going on with these bigger firms, like you said, buying, swing trading. That's where the sometimes the heavy volume comes in on. If nobody wants to touch it, it's not a good look. That's for sure. Um, all right, guys.
Well, Luck and Coffee is correct, but Luck and Coffee, the Luck
Okay,
and
right?
Coffee wasn't just LK. Luck
Yeah,
and Coffee
they had some
wasn't
fraud
just
stuff.
delisted. It was fraud. It was
Right.
straight up fraud.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's a whole other deal that you deal with Chinese companies. If you
Yep.
guys haven't seen it, check out the movie The Big Short. It describes a lot of what's gone on over there.
Yep. Yep. Um, all right, guys, we are good here. We are
Yep,
just checking to make
exactly,
sure
Chris. We talked
we
about
didn't
it a
miss
lot.
anything. Yeah. Yep. Guys, over on YouTube, if you want to check us out and come in and have access to 2 weeks of, I'm sorry, 1 week of two chat rooms, kind of see what the environment is like,
Oh,
definitely check
what's
us
the
out. Pre-market 24 is the code you can use, and we will have an onboarding class on Monday at 7 p.m. with myself and other moderators who come on. We can ask questions live and see what everything is about. Right, no commitment too. After the week, your $24, you can go about your way
I
if you
quoted
like.
I quoted the wrong movie, by the way. It's The China Hustle. That's the one that's about the Chinese issue. So check that one out. Apologies.
Um, But yeah, definitely check us out, guys. CCL, yeah, we meant to look at CCL. Thank you for reminding me there. CCL, yeah, we're dropping here a little bit. We're moving, not great just yet. Well, maybe it needs a little more time. Um, we'll see. At the market open, I think it's going to be wild today, like it has been a lot of times this week. And again, guys, just be patient. Some of these moves are taking a little bit to get going first. You see a lot of chop, like you saw in AMD yesterday. AMD was very, very choppy, then gave you a beautiful move. So you see this more often than not, especially when you have so much happening in the market. Just look at this choppiness here, and then you get a beautiful breakout, right? Yeah, maybe not might not catch it on time every time, but again, you got some pullbacks here. You got some decent pullbacks you can take advantage of, especially if you look at the 1 minute. So just be patient today. It is Friday. Have an amazing weekend, guys. We will see you again on Monday. Take care, trade safe. As you know, last day of the week, don't be a hero. Take it easy. Patience is required, especially in this market. Just because a spy is flying doesn't mean you have to be trigger happy, right? So just again, hands off the triggers for now. Keep that safety on and wait for the setup, right? Very, very important, guys. With that said, have an amazing weekend.
Take care, guys. Trade safe. Have a good weekend.